What up, YouTube? It's me, Bphocuz. Got another one for y'all today. Suno and Spotify, the friggin' thieves. Let's get into this, man. I got DJ Pain 1 that's on.
What have we been saying this entire time? That these AI platforms such as Suno have been stealing our music. Now we have proof, and what's crazy is I have proof that they've directly stolen a bunch of my beats. So the publication The Atlantic has created this AI watchdog database. It's an ongoing investigation of the books, videos, and other media used by the world's most powerful tech companies to train their AI model. Music Ally and actually Gemini AI. We're not using Gemini AI. The Atlantic uncovers millions of songs used for AI training, which we already knew. Suno has admitted this. Udio has admitted this. Marika has admitted this. They said, and I believe the term is they used all music available on the available internet, something to that effect. So basically any song that's out on the internet, regardless of it being copyrighted, regardless of it being against the policies of the individual platforms to download and rip that music, that's what they trained on. What's interesting about the timing here is it comes just a few weeks after Universal Music Group and Sony Music sought to add more than an additional 61,000 recordings to their copyright lawsuit against Suno. And remember, Suno has settled with and partnered with one major label, that's Warner Music Group. There are two left. Sony seems to be fighting the hardest. Universal Music Group has already settled with Udio, and Udio has still not recovered yet. So here's the data set. You can explore them. If I just type my name, DJ Pain 1, let's see what comes up. 49 results. So across the board on all four data sets, shows you all these songs. And the AI bros gaslit the fuck out of us, talking about, oh, why would anyone train on your music? I mean, look at this. They're training on my videos, on my YouTube videos. I wonder what that's about. I don't even know what sleeping AI is. Let's see what sleeping AI is, because they've been stealing a bunch of my shit. Nonprofit decentralized lab operating across continents with highly skilled programmers and researchers. What is this data set? Intern vid. Oh, ByteDance. So Stability AI and Byte. So it looks like they're, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a data set that appears to be feeding larger companies. ByteDance, for example, owns TikTok. So what it says here is AI companies may omit certain works when training. So the presence of a work in the data set is not definitive proof that it was used. Companies often use multiple data sets in training, so the absence of a given work is also not proof that it hasn't been used. Note that some data sets contain multiple copies of certain works. Here's the issue too. So it says 49 of my songs have been taken and without my consent, without my permission, without paying me to train these data sets. 49 seems a little light. And what the issue is that oftentimes, you know, I sell beats all the time to major label artists, to unsigned artists. I sell beats online. I'm usually not credited in the title, right? And so that means my work is probably being trained. Actually, let's experiment. I'll show you what I mean. So Ari Lennox co-produced a track for Ari Lennox way back, and it's called Chocolate Pomegranate. Let's see if it's on this list. Yep, there it is. Let's see what else is, yeah, there's Rodeo, my last hit single. And this is all coming up outside of the DJ Pain 1 search term because my name is nowhere in the title, right? So let's see if Switch It Up is on here. Yep, so there it is. Switch It Up is there. And it's not gonna come up under the DJ Pain 1 search term because I'm not a primary artist. So I'm not listed in the title as a featured artist. I'm just a producer. You know, I have my producer credits, but that's not coming up here. So who knows how many hundreds, if not thousands of my songs have actually been made a part of these data sets by artists who have leased beats, by major label artists who have bought beats and who haven't, and you know, it's not typical that they do this, but who haven't put my name up as part of the titles. There were a lot of headlines as you saw in the video, and a lot of information out there from what I thought were credible sources saying that these data sets were actually used by Suno and Udio. And you can tell that, you know, a lot of these headlines, like this one is just confusing. So it says 21 million songs were used to train Suno and Udio. And this isn't anything new. This is just the same old copyright lawsuit that they filed a while ago. And you can see here on Gadget Review, Millions of generated songs were fed to AI music generators. Now there's proof. Atlantic databases named 21 million tracks fed to Suno and rivals. So right here it says that Atlantic database is in fact being fed to Suno. However, someone I trust, Ryan Schmidt, who's an entertainment attorney, been on my channel several times. He says many of us discovered yesterday that our songs appear to have been scraped into AI datasets. Thanks to the incredible investigative work at The Atlantic, we're learning a lot more about what may have happened. But it also says one early finding, Sleeping.ai and Leon Disco do not appear to be affiliated with Suno or Udio, their research datasets. So these datasets are probably not good, as he continues to explain. However, according to him, there's no connection between the...
That's wow. Yeah, shout out to the what's her name? The music attorney out there. She's been definitely doing her thing. Been watching a couple of her videos, man, and she's been breaking it down. She has a big class action lawsuit going on right now, and it's, of course, Suno and all these other AI platforms that are going ahead and taking independent artists' music without their consent, and people are going and using their programs, plugins, allegedly, let me say, and creating their own music, but they don't know that this music is actually being taken from independent artists, allegedly. Let me say that again. All right. So you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. It'll be down below in the link. All right. But shout out to you, DJ Pain One. We definitely gonna link up, man, and do some stuff. All right. But stay safe out there, world. And one more thing, actually, I want to do for you, Suno and Spotify. Stay right there. Stay right there. This is actually going to be on behalf of all the independent artists out there. Yo, mother. Stop stealing people's stuff.